Oh boy, I'm an old redneck. I laid brick and blocks for 33 years. I built schools and colleges and hospitals most of my life. Paid my taxes. Started paying taxes then at 14 years old. Got to work on my hometown school in Northeast Arkansas. I qualified for a government program coming from a poor family and all. I qualified. And then I made a career out of building schools. The government told me at 14 years old that if I paid my taxes, that it would be a security blanket for me if I ever needed it. Well, I need it. Blocks and bricks had wore my body out. I signed up on my Social Security close to a year ago. Just to be turned down twice already. I got to go to the doctor. You know what he asked me? You want to know what my exam was? Here it is. He asked me, did I know the last 4 presidents? And could I count back from 100? So I did. I have followed politics since about 1973 or 74. So I've seen a lot of politicians come up the ranks. I need to show you something. October 4th, 2010. Keep in mind, I'm a bricklayer. This happened. But not from laying brick, but anyhow it happened. I can't make a fist, see that? Can't grip nothing, can't hold nothing. The doctor never asked me about my hand, never asked me about my bones, my back, none of that kind of stuff. I wrote my congressman, Rick Crawford, in Northeast Arkansas. In fact, I've raised hell with him for about a year now, turning in welfare fraud, tax invaders, and anything else I could think of. He sent the sheriff by. Said I was raising too much hell with him. And it didn't take just a day or two later. They sent me this. Saying, stay the hell away from them. See that? Mr. Crawford's name there. They owe me money and they don't want to give it to me. Well, I guess you can ban somebody from a Social Security office or any government building. That's just fine and dandy. But it does not justify lying to a 14-year-old boy that paid in his taxes, saying the money would be there if he ever needed it. Now this here don't make you disabled. It just makes you different. To you younger folks that are just beginning to get into the workforce or been in it for a short time, let me let you in on something. You need to think about working for cash money and burying your money like the hillbillies do. I hadn't had a check since October 4th of 2010 when I got my fingers cut off. I hadn't asked for food stamps, free insurance, HUD. I'd prefer laying bricks, building schools, but that's not going to happen. Nobody wants to hire me, and I'm not able to work nohow. My bones are wore out. The government wonders why people are so pissed off. Well, could it be because they shit on you like they have me? You know, I'm wore out, but I could still kick a few of their asses if they're in my front yard. I don't need no security, just a fair fight with them. But I'm not getting a chance to have a fair fight with them. The son of a bitches are liars, thieves, just crony politics. You younger folks don't even know how they're spending your money that's paying in taxes. But part of the blame's your fault. You're not turning in welfare fraud. You're not turning in tax invader. In fact, you're trying to save a buck to hire somebody for cash money. And all you're doing is taking revenue from your hometown and from the tax revenue. But when something like this happens to you, I hope you remember this old Arkansas redneck. People say, well, my vote don't count. The hell it don't. Every vote counts. My dad fought a year and 22 days on the front lines in the Korean War. Got shot a few times. He's seen very little of his Social Security money. Very little of it. I had a friend pass away not long ago, a bricklayer. Worked his whole life and he laid carpet on the side. He fought with the government and he finally got his Social Security. One check. Then he died. So I guess they can take his Social Security and give it to some welfare bum out there, can't you? I had another friend to die not too long ago. She was married to a bricklayer. Stayed sick all the time. And I'm just sure that she's seen very little of her money. And they paid in a lot of taxes, her and her husband. You young folks need to fend for yourself. You need to work for cash money, hide anything you can from the government, and tell them to get the hell out of your business, out of your front yard, and out of your life. People voted Obama in. Now, I'm not a racist. I am a redneck and I'm from Arkansas. But I'm not a racist. I judge my color by a taxpayer. I'm patriotic. I support the military. And I'll support the people that need help. But when you have paid in taxes for 33 years, building schools, colleges, and hospitals, and malls, and doctor clinics, and whatever else you can think of, middle class homes, upper middle class homes, and you get turned down twice for your Social Security, and their doctor, the only thing they ask, can you count back from 100, or did you know the last 4 presidents? Then you're getting shit on by your government. And to send me a letter telling me to stay off their property, well, give me my money and I'll stay off your property. But you stay the hell out of my life and give me what the hell belongs to me. I've worked my ass off. I've climbed scaffolds 5 and 6 stories high. I've fell, I've jumped, I've rode, and I've done all kind of shit out on the job. Cold weather, hot weather, nice weather. The whole time I thought, well, get this overtime in, I'll pay him more Social Security and I'll get more Social Security. Well, that's bullshit. That's just bullshit. Folks, the Social Security is broke. That's fine and dandy. But you're running guns to old Mexico. Drug agents are getting killed. You give the green energy like Slorenda $535 million, I believe it is. You're giving pay raises. You're doing inside stock trading. Lobbyists cover the White House lawn. The media is so biased that you can't even turn on a show. Not that people even want to see the news anymore, but you should, because before the end of the day, you could end up like this. This wasn't my fault. This happened on a farm. I had took a year off from the missionary work, actually about 1.5 years, because I wanted to get my body back in shape. I wanted to build one more school, one more hospital, one more something. So I went to the farm. Got on a tractor. Farmers don't have OSHA people coming out there like they do in these schools. But back to the reason why I went to the farm. You see, February 2007, I got to compete at the annual bricklaying contest in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm in stall 15. with Philville out of Jonesboro. $150,000 prize money. Well, I wanted the money, or some of it, but mainly the trophy. I wanted to share the trophy. Like I said, I'm an old redneck. I came from a small town in northeast Arkansas, so to bring back a trophy from Las Vegas, to me, and a lot of my friends and co-workers, make it a success. And this happened. Not because of me. I put a lot of stuff on Facebook about our government. I make it very easy to understand how you're being shafted. I've got 4 grandkids and 2 kids. 30-year-old, 28-year-old. The grandkids range from 12-year-old to a year-old. Now, I don't know what the government did with my money since 1974, the day I started paying it in, the year I started paying it in. So, what am I supposed to tell them? Pay your taxes? I don't think so. Now, Arkansas people has always been looked at like they're a little on the silly side. Barefoot and pregnant, maybe, that kind of stuff. Stereotype out there that judges. Well, I hadn't asked for nothing since October 4th, 2010, when this happened. I don't believe in welfare. I'll support it to a point. I don't believe in HUD houses, entitlements. Oh, if you need it, then okay. But your Congressman, Rick Crawford, I have told him for a year where this welfare fraud's going on at. They're selling the food stamps for drugs and alcohol. Tax invaders that are out here working for cash money and not paying their taxes. But they're living off my Social Security. My lawyer said, oh, you're going to get it. Well, I doubt it. That's okay. I don't do the thing that I do now so much for me. I do it for the younger generation. Our country has changed since the 70s, my lifetime. Growing up, back then, you were ashamed to be on welfare. Everybody had some sort of job. Me, I cut wood, hoed cotton, pitch melon, pitch hay, until I could get a real job. Got my first real job at 14, working on my hometown school, getting it ready for the next year. 1974. And now my Social Security is blowed. Gone. And I'm pissed off. The government has a goal to send me a letter telling me to stay off their property. Well, screw you. Kiss my ass. What are you gonna do, lock me up? Fine. But I hadn't broken any laws. I hope someday to get even with them. To catch one of them red-handed, stealing from the taxpayers. We have to bring down our government. But folks, you're going to have to get away from the game shows, the dance shows, and find some real news out there. The media is very biased. You don't hear real news unless you go to Fox News. It's fair and balanced. They have both sides on there, so it comes out of their mouth. Not secondhand nonsense. There's a good chance, if you're a young whippersnapper, to be lamed up before you get 62, 65, whatever the age is now to get your Social Security. But it's not going to be there. If mine's not there, what the hell makes you think yours is going to be there? They're broke. People are dying every day with the black market prescription drug being sold. They try to say that it's been stolen out of your grandma and grandpa's medicine cabinets. Well, that's bullshit. Maybe some of it is. But the truth of the matter is, people that's getting these entitlements are just taking the prescription drugs and selling it or trading it for their choice of alcohol or the drugs they prefer. I don't care if they take rat poison, but don't ask me, a taxpayer of 33 years, to pay for your shit. If you go to my Facebook page, Jesse.Lyles1 Facebook, you'll see what the government's doing to you. Something just popped up on the computers. I got a romantic trip. Well, I don't want a romantic trip. I want my damn money that I've paid in since I was 14 years old. That's all the hell I want. And then I'll go back up in the hills and you won't see my white ass. And now I can sell for a while and make it, but I shouldn't have to. But here's the thing, you young ones. Most likely you're not making enough money to buy anything. You're broke. You're living with your parents. You have no insurance. Probably a car payment you really can't afford to pay. So you tell me what you gonna do. You gonna watch game shows and play game shows and text on your phone, or you gonna get involved in your government? Most of you's gonna keep on doing just exactly what I said you was doing. Nothing. But when you screw around and lose your rights, what Social Security you pay in, while your neighbor is living better than you are, well, so be it. But I want my money. You understand? I want my money. You don't lie to a 14-year-old boy telling him his money will be there or her money will be there if they pay their taxes, and then wait until they're 51 years old and be lamed up just to be asked by a Social Security doctor to count back from 100, or do you know the last 4 presidents? Hell, I probably know the cabinet members, or most of them. I think about it. It's your choice. I'm just trying to give you some advice. Work for cash money. Do not pay into the system until the government quits stealing your money. You don't want to end up where I'm at, because you're not tough enough to take what the government is dishing out. Because you hadn't had to do with that. You think you have, but you hadn't. Hell, I got grandkids that gets more toys on one birthday than I got my whole childhood. You think they're going to be able to take it? To be told, no, I don't have anything for you? But hell no. I was raised by a hardcore Marine. My dad. He fought 122 days on the front lines in the Korean War. Got hit a few times. He was a hard ass. But he prepared me for this day to fend for myself. Did someone raise you to fend for yourself? If your folks has been on welfare most of their life, they hadn't. Might have been raised right, but was you raised to be able to take care of yourself? I doubt it. Not most of you. I see it on the street every day. I see it in the checkout lines in stores when a shopping cart is plumb full of steaks and cakes and soda pops and quick fix shit. Anyhow, there'll be a day. There'll be a day. Don't know when, but you'll get one of these. Stay off their property. See that? That's your government. They didn't tell me this at 14 years old. What, that's been 37 years ago, I guess, yeah? 37, 38 years ago. Anyhow, you've heard from this old redneck long enough, but it's the damn truth. I didn't live off entitlements. I paid my taxes. I didn't go around getting arrested for drugs and robberies and all that kind of shit. I laid bricks. I built schools, colleges, and hospitals and things for excuse me. Another taxpayer dollar been spent out there in the front yard, parking lot, anyhow. Now, where was I? I didn't work all these years building these kind of places for people to get education, medical attention, do their shopping, just to be told we don't have your Social Security money. Not right. Not right at all. I want to thank you for listening to me. See my Facebook page. And just remember this. This could be you before the end of the day. This could be you before the end of the day. Remember, that one will be gone. I don't have one of these to give the government, or I would. Thank you, folks. Coming from an old redneck from Arkansas. Thank you. Okay. What we're going to do is try to save it.